Okay, so that piece is done. This is the last of my legs that I had to cut to length. Last time I did the bases, the bottom of the legs, cut them to a fine edge, and then chamfered them all, and now I did the top, and I'm going to show you what I did. But you can see I cut this side already. I cut this side and I chamfered it, and then I measured 32 1/4 from this end, marked a line, scribed a knife wall, and made the cut. You can see a little bit here where I purposefully left this defect in the wood on the off-cut side, so I kind of made some of those considerations as I was figuring out which section to leave and which ends to cut off. So some of those things you can make. So these are the finished legs, finished lengths of my bench. It's pretty stout looking legs. These are more than sufficient to hold the bench up. So these are going to be my bottoms. These are chamfered because I will be dragging them across the floor, so I don't want the ends to break off or chip off the side. So I chamfered them, and that'll pretty much protect them. These are the other ends that I cut. I cut the ends fairly carefully. They don't have to be completely accurate, but I did a good job. I don't know if you can see this leg. I kind of went under the line, and I went under the line on this end. So I left this, and I kind of stopped sawing, and I came back on this side, and I cut down. So this is a bit of a defective end. It's got a little stair step on it. Next steps are to lay out the position of the mortises, and I can do that pretty quickly here. So what I'm going to do is find the face edges and quickly mark them. I'm just selecting the stock that I like, one more than the other, because I like two of the legs more than the other two, so I'm going to make them the face. Is it this one? Yeah. So you see these legs that I have the face markings on? I am going to call these the front legs facing towards me. I'm going to call them those legs. One of them has the defect. I'll put this in the other side. To me, I want the leg over the vise, so this leg will be over the vise, and I want that pretty steady. So I'm going to start making some markings on this thing. So I'm going to call this big arrow top, big arrow top, and I'm going to call this front. Call it front. And I'm just going to quickly measure 9 inches from here. And I'm going to draw a mortise because this is where my through mortise is going to come out. Same about here, this is just my rough. This way I know my through mortises and the base are coming out over here. It's just for me to visually not forget. So this is front, and then I flip it over to the back side, call this thing top, call this back. And then these two guys, I don't really care which way they go, front or back, so the chamfered sides are in the bottom. And I'm going to mark top, top, and I'm going to call this rear, and then a mortise. So I'm going to lay the lay the legs down. I'm going to make markings because these two are now pairs. This is the rear and rear. So I'm going to mark 1, 2, and these are front and rear on that side. So I'm going to mark them 2, 3. So I know these go together all the time. And that's it. So next time I come around, I'm going to use the mortise gauge and draw some mortises, size them to the width of the stretchers, and go from there. Thanks for watching. I need so much more practice cross-cutting accurately with the handsaw, so if you have any tips for me, leave a comment below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a beginner woodworker. I've been vlogging about my woodworking projects. This video is a part of a series of me building a workbench. You can check out the series over here. On Thursdays, I post a short video on a woodworking related topic. This Thursday, I'll be talking about Tom Fidgen's book, The Unplugged Woodshop. So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time.